Welcome back to Meet the Drapers.
Welcome to Meet the Drapers. Why don't you give us your pitch?
Namaste. I'm Sandeep Vyas, the founder and CEO of MildCares.
Myself, Rachna, I'm the co-founder of MildCares. We started our company because I faced the difficulties during my menstruation. In India, most of the women are facing hygiene and infection problem during their menstruation. They are failed to choose the right product to solve this problem. In India, only 36% of women are using conventional menstrual product like sanitary napkins and tampons, and rest of the women are using unhygienic and inappropriate product like clothes, rags. Due to that, 60% of women are facing UTI infection in her lifetime. So here we launch Gyno Cup. It is made up with 100% medical grade silicone. It is a chemical-free product. Basically, the sanitary napkins are quite expensive and we need to buy every month. And this is a product which we can reuse up to 10 years. It is eco-friendly, comfortable to use, and much more comfortable when we go to office and anywhere in our work.
So here is the big picture. While using Gyno Cup, UTI infection can be reduced up to 40%, and it also protects our environment as more than 12 billion sanitary napkins disposed every year into the landfill, which cause major threat to the waste management of India. 355 million women menstruate each month, and this is the huge number in India, the huge market. We have launched our product in January 2020. In the first year, we got $70,000 sale, and second year, we are close to $200,000 sale, and we are having more than 100,000 active customers. So our vision is that the menstrual products should be accessible for each woman, and as we are committed to the feminine hygiene, we want to launch more products in the same category.
How do you distribute the product? How do you get the word out that it's available?
Online, we are available in all leading marketplaces, and we are also tied with some offline medical stores, pharmacy chains, etc.
What is your competition in the marketplace?
In India, less than 1% of female who are menstruating known about the menstrual cup. Most of the people who are using that is sanitary napkins and tampons. So for India, this is the under-penetrated market. We have the big opportunity here.
How is yours different?
So our product is affordable, as in India, we are selling in $4 and our manufacturing cost is $1.5. So it is affordable for most of the female.
So what are your sales next year expected to be?
So we are expecting 300% growth in our company.
So what percent of your sales are online versus offline?
As of now, 88% revenue we are generating online, 12% in offline, as in the sort of time we have identified all the things. Now we are set up and we are good to go in a big way.
Tell me about Stand and Pee. That's a new concept for me.
Yes, we have the Stand and Pee product, as it is also a feminine hygiene product. We are also having the toilet seat cover, and so we have the range of feminine hygiene products, including we are working in 3 categories: period care, intimate hygiene, and toilet hygiene. And we want to launch some other categories like mom's care, maternity care, etc.
So can you explain the Stand and Pee thing?
Stand and Pee, it's a urinal device like for female only. This is for those women who can't sit and they can't use public toilet. For those women, this is the product, Stand and Pee.
Is that selling pretty well? What are your revenues for Stand and Pee?
15% revenue we are getting from Stand and Pee, and there is a 2 form of.
So 15%, so 30,000 in revenue came from Stand and Pee?
Yes.
You've got some good products. How are you educating the public? While you've got this distribution through pharmacies, etc., it will be there. But the most important thing is for you to talk about these products so people know that this is available. Have you thought of that?
So social media marketing, influencer marketing playing a big role for spreading the awareness of the product.
How do you two split up the work? Who does what for the business?
I I'm supervise all the things and analyzing the market, how it's going on, and doing the partnership with the other vendors. And she is basically understand customer need and discussing on the other products. So we are launching and taking the feedbacks about how our product is working. It is working genuinely. How the customer satisfaction is coming from our products.
And who is the CEO, or how was this founded?
So the idea behind the Gyno Cup was her. I am the founder and CEO of the company, and she is founder.
Great. Well, thank you so much for coming on Meet the Drapers. Great meeting both of you, and I hope this spreads very quickly so that the women in India are much better taken care of.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
And we are
much.
glad to be here.
So what did you all think of MildCares and the Gyno Cup and the Stand and Pee? I think at least half of you are interested in this. I'll ask the judges. Neville, what do you think?
They have a good product fit for the market, and I think I would back them. And the fact is that they need more people to know about what they're doing, which is where we specialize in, right? So,
Good target for brand capital. There you go.
absolutely, absolutely.
Polly, what do you think?
I think it's awesome because women are realizing how fantastic it is to have this one thing you put in your purse. Anytime your period starts, you have that, and you get to keep it month after month, and you don't have to keep tossing sanitary napkins. It's so much cleaner, it's so much better. The Stand and Pee sounds really interesting, especially during COVID, because it's really hard to go into a public bathroom and sit on those toilets, and men don't usually have this experience because they pee
Standing up.
So that's a very cool thing, although I feel that would be harder to take hold.
I was amazed it's 15% of their revenue.
I
That's
know,
pretty
I was
big.
amazed to hear that.
Yeah.
But also, I think a lot of the conditions in India, if I'm not mistaken, are probably
Slightly more challenging.
very unsanitary. So
Yeah.
you'd want something like that
Yeah,
more
but
than
that
you-
product can be sold in other markets also if they
Sure.
aim to sell it in Southeast Asia,
Oh,
in
sure,
Africa.
In
I mean,
Africa,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
They aim to sell it. Aim, the key word.
Aim is the key word.
Dad,
Yeah.
what did you think of this one?
I think it's terrific. I listened closely to what Polly said because I'm a man.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how this is useful.
The concept is it's a cup that catches the blood, your menstrual blood,
Yeah.
as opposed to a cotton that
Absorbs it.
If you use the cotton, which is what was really around, you keep having to replace it. You keep
I
having to
see.
put new ones in, and heavy flow days, you're stuck
I see.
doing it all day. It's really, really
I think it's great.
the way of the
Yeah.
future.
So let's bring on our next entrepreneur. But before we do, let's go see what's going on behind the scenes.
90% of Indian homes have a TV and definitely at least one smartphone in the house. And also 90% of India does not have a laptop. To truly bridge the digital divide, we need to provide some sort of computing solution, and that's what we hope to do with JumpToPC. When you look at affordable tech, it's not exciting. So talking about making some sort of affordable personal computing is not exciting, not like when you talk about the other things that are there with crypto and blockchain and Web3 and all of that. But I think that's the exact thing that we want to overcome. And it's hard at times, but the kind of impact you can have on a person's life really does change things. And we can truly see the change. You know, it's not indirect, it's a very direct change. And that helps us and keeps us motivated.
Our next entrepreneur is Sucheta, and she is going to tell us about JumpToPC. Sucheta, give us your pitch.
I'm Sucheta, and I'm the founder and CEO of JumpStream Technologies. Our flagship product is JumpToPC, India's first ultra-affordable personal computing solution for the next billion mobile-first users. Over the last few years, increased smartphone penetration has done wonders, especially in rural India. Kids make and post YouTube videos from remote villages that get millions of views. But for most of them, this is their only participation in digital India. 90% of Indian households, and many more across the globe, do not own a computer. Can you imagine mastering Python with just a smartphone? or even making a presentation like this without a laptop, this is the digital divide we hope to bridge with JumpToPC. JumpToPC augments existing household devices to create an at-home personal computing experience without Wi-Fi, all under $45. The IP pending hardware pairs a user's smartphone and television to supersize content, and it includes a keyboard and a mouse to help her move from tapping to typing. A custom-built software creates a personalized computer interface designed for the mobile-first user. We all know how hard it is when we have to even move from Android to iOS. Our app helps simplify this process and has a host of relevant tutorials and free content. With online platforms creating new content almost daily, JumpToPC provides an immersive experience for everyday study and practice. At 20% the cost of a laptop, or rather the cheapest laptop in India, JumpToPC is affordable for most middle to low-income families. It's compatible with all segments of smartphones and TVs, and we are curating more regional content every day, so our user can learn in the language of her choice. It's not parachute technology. Our journey began right in the middle of the pandemic. We started with about 400 homes as a pilot, and then we won MIT Solve 2021 and that event, and we connected with many schools and community groups and are now present in over 6,000 homes. And we grossed over $100,000 in revenue. Several schools have even bundled JumpToPC in their fees, and we expect to be in 25,000 homes by the end of this year. How? JumpToPC sells via online platforms and offline direct to our customer, and we do bulk orders with schools, foundations, and edutech platforms. Our team has spent the past decade building solutions for underserved communities around the world. An example of the kind of impact we hope to have is we had a user, Stuti, and she used JumpToPC for her online learning and aced her entrance exam, and she received a coveted medical scholarship. So our team believes that new products need to be developed rather than sachet sizes of premium innovations which are made for the top 10%. This is a fast-growing market with which we can serve profitably and we can have an impact. So who wants to jump aboard the digital inclusion train with us?
How much does a TV cost in India? And how much does a smartphone cost in India?
So the cheapest TVs available, you get them from about 5,000 rupees, and a smartphone comes for about 4,500. And our device is also we gave it to the market for about 3,000, 3,500. So we're cheaper than a smartphone and a TV.
A lot of these TVs are computerized already. Don't you think that that's just going to be the trend and they won't need you anymore?
That could happen, but I think it's a long way coming. We are also a company that believes in innovating. So this was like an innovation of our initial product, which was just to supersize content onto the TV. And I think for affordability of laptops to come down to such a level, we are a long way off.
What made you decide to do this?
So I've worked in the company before this, which is now also our distribution partner, Greenway Appliances, and we made impact products there as well. I was head of marketing there, and 4 years back with the smartphone boom and data became really cheap, we saw everyone with smartphones. And suddenly, where before there was no awareness, now suddenly there was. People knew what they were missing out on just because of a lack of affordable technology. And we saw their dreams, their aspirations, and what they could achieve. And we had an idea, we tinkered with it, it worked. And we thought this was the best way to get digital inclusion out there.
You're a charming leader. I would like to work for you. Tell me
Thank you.
a little bit about the rest of your team.
My co-founder is Dr. Daniel Sweeney. He is a PhD from MIT, Boston, and he's also a lecturer there. He works at D-Lab and has worked on creating impact products. We also have Neha Juneja. She is our operations partner. She has already co-founded about 3 startups before this, all of them really successful, and she helps us with distribution and partnership.
What's your margin?
Currently, we have a margin of about 50 to 55%, but that can only go up higher than this because we're currently facing some issues due to the chipset shortage across the world. But that's not where we hope to make our revenue from. Our revenue is on the platform side. So what we are already in talks with and have confirmations with a couple of education partners, they bundle their content onto our hardware. And that's how, we get recurring revenue from them, or we give them a software development kit along with our hardware, which could then give the exclusive access to their content to their users.
Great. Well, thanks so much for bringing JumpToPC to meet the Drapers.
Thank you so much for having me here. It was lovely to be here.
What do you all think of JumpToPC? Is it something that's going to be there forever? Is it going to be a stopgap before everybody gets a computer? Judges, what did you think?
I think they would be quick to catch on to this, and I'm all for her. I thought she was terrific, and I think I would back this one.
Neville, what do you think?
I think they're solving a certain need gap right now. In smaller towns, villages, there is a TV in the community, but everybody's got a mobile phone. So they're bridging that gap. The question is, what happens when there's going to be a lower cost computer available?
Polly, what do you think?
I also feel like it's a stopgap measure rather than being a company that's going to have any endurance. The one thing that confused me was she said they could use it in schools, and I didn't understand that because you'd have to buy a bunch of TVs in
Buy
order
one to start
reassess.
with, and then you
One to start with, and then
just
everybody
have one
could...
TV, and then they use it at
But
different
computers
times.
and TVs are almost the same price. So if you're doing that, you might as well get one computer for the school.
See, that school probably already has a TV.
Uh-huh.
And this is a way of
Yeah,
getting
got
in
it.
there
Yeah, yeah,
cheaper.
yeah,
I actually agree across the board here. She is really delightful and a really interesting entrepreneur, and she's solving a problem that is an immediate problem, and she's going to probably help a lot of students, but I am very concerned that hardware technology moves very quickly. She's going to have a little bit of trouble with that. I'm really amazed at what entrepreneurs we've seen today from India. So now, as judges, we're going to decide which of these four should move on to the semifinals and get the $50,000 investment. So will that be JumpToPC, the woman we just saw, Asset Vault, where they pass on wills and pass on money to the next generation, Beethoven, the musical creation tool that automatically creates music, or MildCares, the company that has the stand-up P and the Gyno cup for women around the world, and particularly in India. Let's bring the entrepreneurs back in, and I'll go through a little bit of a summary, and then we'll go to the crystal ball.
We will be right back after a quick break.
So as a part of making Meet the Drapers even more fun than it is, we have instituted a new game. It's called Draper X, and you can download it on the iPhone or on Google Play. You can participate. And so while you watch Meet the Drapers and you see these great entrepreneurs present, you can invest your funny money into those companies. And if your company goes and becomes a semifinalist, you get 5x on your money. If in the semifinals, your company moves up to the finale, you get another 5x on your money. If your company ends up winning, you get another 10x on your money. So we're going to have a leaderboard, and the winners are going to get big prizes from Meet the Drapers. I hope you'll download the game. It's called Draper X, and you'll play it with us and be a part of Meet the Drapers.